how are you?
Hey.
Hey, hey. Hi, Carol from Arizona. Bernadette from Houston. Hey, what is up? I'm in Houston right now. Super cool. Wait, I know Bernadette. I'm in a group with her. What am I talking about? Okay, guys. So my name is Liz or Elizabeth. I am here with Paper House Productions, and we're going to be working on some really cool, empowering cards and tags. Just a little preview of what we're going to be doing, if I can find it. Here's one tag. See, super cute, super easy, fun card that I'm surprising you with is this one. And then we're also going to be working on this very fancy card, as well as a whole bunch of other little tips and tricks on how to use your Paper House stickers, either your enamel stickers, even the planner stickers, and just fun, cool ways to use them in everyday crafting. Okay, so I think now that we have quite a few people in here, oh man, okay, there's 5 more in the waiting room. Let's see if we can knock them in, and then we'll start. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to the tabletop camera, okay? Alrighty. So these are just little sticker flakes from Wire and Honey and Paper House. They're really cool. I actually put them on everything. I have a Tim Holtz distress ink container that I throw them on. They're really versatile, really great. So what we're going to do first is I already pre-cut some cards. So if you want to follow along, you can. This is just your regular standard card. It is a 11 by 8.5 sheet of cardstock cut in half. And then you just fold it. Easy peasy. After that, we're going to take blue cardstock, which I think I got this from the Bloom cardstock line that's at Michael's. FYI, everything I'm using here can be found at Michael's. So save this video, write down all the supplies, go shopping later, and then you can make some really awesome, empowering, cool tags in cards. So what I'm going to do, this is my favorite. I think you can get this on the Michael's website along with everything else. We are memory keepers in American Crafts. It's just a super strong adhesive. So you just kind of find a halfway point, lay it down, and then I want to set this to the side. Now what we're going to do here is a stencil. You can use any stencil you want. This is a stencil that I got at Michael's. Believe it or not, I found it for like $3 in the clearance section, and it came with some stamps. So we have our mat down. We got our stencil down. It's really nice and sticky, which a lot of Martha Stewart stamps, stencils are like that. And I think this is, oh man, Artisy, something like that. It's their mixed media line. And then we're going to take some distress inks. I know, we're just diving right into it, man. Let's go. We got our dabber. And I took a class from Diane Ravelry last year, and she said always work in 3s. Well, since this is the card that we're making, we already have some nice gold down here. So I wanted to accent on the top and a little on the side. Oops, sorry. I bumped into my camera. There it goes. Okay, sorry about that. Uh-oh. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's just move this so you guys can see. So I dabbed my distress ink. You can use distress oxides as well. I like using the ink because it's a little bit more transparent for what we're doing. And just move in a circle motion. You want it darker? Go back, make it darker. That's the luxury of using the inks. The oxides are kind of already nice and dark and opaque, while the distress inks, you can like throw some water on there if you want, make it even more distress. You can take a baby wipe to it, kind of blot it out a little bit. I mean, see how it kind of comes off a little bit? It's okay, it's water-based. So then what we're going to do is we're going to remove our stencil, and that's what we have right there. You can leave it like this, or if you want, you can just position your stencil again, which isn't too hard. Da, da, da. You guys having fun yet? Okay, Now we're going to use this Martha Stewart gold paste. This is kind of like glitterific, but I like it because it's a little more pasty. And yes, I am just using my finger and I'm going to town. You can use as much and as little as you want. It really complements the yellow that I'm using, which is mustard seed, which mustard is a nice gold color. Okay, and this is another reason why I have a baby wipe. Okay, cool. Lift that stencil up and voila. Now you have a really cool shiny background. So we're going to let this dry for a little bit, okay? So I'm just going to set it over here. Set my stencil down, okay? And then I'm going to grab my tool. And as you see, it's just normal tool like you make tutus out of. Okay, and this is a glitter gold. You can find this at Michael's in the tool aisle. I believe it's aisle 19 where I work in Dickinson. If you guys don't know, I am from Texas. I live right outside of Houston. And man, I'm not a native Texan, but boy, do I feel like I should be. Texas is amazing. Not saying that other states aren't amazing, but us Texans, we're very proud of where we're from. So as you see, I just folded it long ways, and then I folded it short ways. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make like a little ruffle. Take my stapler and staple it. That's all I'm doing. And we're going to make another ruffle. Stapler, staple it. And this is a really good way if you don't have a lot of access to fun trims. You can make your own trim. And then what I'm going to do, okay, get my scissors.
Hey, Elizabeth, it's Shayna.
Yes, yeah, what up?
As you're ruffling, we've got a quick question on the side. Someone's asking, how do you clean your stencil? What's the best way as it gets dirty with ink? What's the best way to clean it?
Baby wipe.
That's what I thought.
I use baby wipes. Like, I mean, my kids are older. My youngest is 10. My oldest is about to be 15. Oh, geez. And I still have baby wipes in my house. I use baby wipes all the time. So yeah, that is a just a little tip that a lot of crafters use. I mean, your hands get inky, you know, they get painty. Even they work great on the Teflon Ranger sheets. Oh, baby wipes are so amazing. So now what I'm going to do is I have this here, and this is already dried a little bit, and we're just going to staple it again. I like to make X's with my staples. I don't know why. I just like the way it looks. Boom, boom. Okay, there you go. And now you have a nice little tutu fringe on your card. Now, there is a variety of stickers we can use. I mean, we can use the Out of Many one. We can use Stand Up for Equality. I mean, all these stickers work. But I really love this one. Proud to be different, sensitive, creative, empathetic, brave, and kind. This is probably my favorite. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the backing on and using some pop dots that we got, Recollections brand, which is a really good brand. They last forever. I've been using this brand ever since I started scrapbooking about 15 years ago when my youngest was born. And it's the same brand that I've always used. And then we're going to peel this off. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not worried about making a mess. And then we're just going to stick it on there. Now that's a fun way to make a flat sticker, have a little bit of dimension. And like I said, it's an easy way to put a little pop into your life of making cards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use my tape. I like to use my tape generously. That's just the type of crafter I am. And then we're going to line it up a little bit. And there we go. And there you are, easy peasy card. I believe there was a question and I couldn't see it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the chats. What is the name of the main background? Oh, I am so sorry, guys. So this paper pad is from Recollections and it is called Farmhouse. It was listed in the supply list. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. It was listed in a supply list. It is a wonderful, look at that. You just get wood grain, brick, even more wood grain, even more brick. Just beautiful papers. And they're nice and they're thick and they hold paint really well and they can hold up all the mixed media craziness that I do with it. But yeah, that's the paper pad. And then also just the cardstock is just Recollections cardstock that I got from my store. Alrighty, so now we're gonna have a little fun with a tag. So the first thing is we're going to get a brown tag. These tags you can find in the Christmas section. They are, I think, 40% off right now. So I know this because if you don't know, I do work at a Michael's. But first and foremost, I work for Paper House. They're the ones that got me into this. They're the ones that really pushed me to think outside of my crafty box and to really get me creative. And because of that, I said, well, you know what? I was working at a coffee shop and I wasn't that happy. And I thought, hey, let's go be crafty every day. So now I'm crafty every day and I work at a Michael's and it's so fun. Okay, so here's our tag. All we're going to do is we're going to get our weekly sticker kit, okay? And we're going to put a sticker right here. And let's add a heart because hearts are fun. And ooh, let's do the blue speak out. Let's add a blue speak out. Because it's always good to, you know, speak out, speak up for what you believe in and what is right. Okay, so there's that. Now, another fun tool that if you guys followed me on Instagram is you know that I got this bad boy. This is a handheld sewing machine. I had to drive an hour and a half away to find it, and I'm so glad I did because I love it so much. Okay, so this little knob right here lifts up your foot, and then I'm going to, open it, put my card in, and then this little button right here, oh no, it didn't work. Hold on. Oh, my string is caught. Sorry about that. Okay, now we're going to use some scissors. And I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape on the back just to hold the stitch in place. It's a fun way to get that stitched look without having to go out and lug out a really big sewing machine. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use some Tim Holtz stamps that I got from Michael's a little bit ago. And we're going to put them on my nice block that I have that's very well loved and very well, you know, used. And then I'm going to do the B right here in the middle. Okay. Okay. Done with you. Don't need you anymore today. Thank you very much for your service. Now, this is another stamp set that I got from Michael's. It was with the monogram sets, and oh man, I love it so much. I use it all the time. As you can see, it's very well loved again. And this is just going to say be you. And this is a great tag to add to a card, to a present, a bottle of wine. And with the black, we're just going to go right over that B. Ta-da. And then I have some twine. And I just make a little loop, pull it through, Sorry about the view, guys. And ta-da, there we go. Tag, be you, speak out, lots of hearts, lots of love. Okay, so now we are 2 projects in. Oh my gosh. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some cards that are, or some tags that are just really, really simple to do. All I did was, again, just put a piece of washi tape on here, put a sticker on, and some twine, and there you go. I mean, that literally took me a minute to do. Easy peasy. Another one is this line has 3D poppable stickers already. Put some tulle on there, add a 3D sticker, and there you go. And this one says, we can be heroes just for one day. Love it. Okay, and then this tag is one that I did with the glitter in the background. Again, washi tape, I popped it up, and I used another little tag just to give it more emphasis. And then again with the tulle. As you see, I love tulle. I love chunky things. You should see my scrapbooks. I have to bind them with elastic to keep them closed. So yeah, that's just another cute little tag. And then a card we're going to work on next is going to be Fierce. Okay. So again, we just have regular red, just a normal cardstock. This is cut at 4 inches and then cut along at 4 1/4 inches to make it almost square. Okay, so we have this. We're going to do, make sure it's on right. And I'm not really too picky if it's, you know, exactly 3/8 of an inch this way and 1/6. I mean, you know, it has a white border. We're good. Again, we're going to use my stencil. But this time, we're just going to use the glitter paste, the fun glitter paste. Sorry, the camera moved when I bumped into it, so I apologize, guys. Okay, so I got it on here. Let me see. We're going to do a little bit up here, a little bit down here. Remember, work in threes. Threes are your friend. Threes also one of my favorite numbers. I have 3 kids. That's about all that I can relate to 3 with. But yeah, and then again, I just have a baby wipe. And the fun thing about glitter paste is it's going to leave a little bit of residual on you, but then it just looks like you're fun and you're like a fairy. So we're going to lift this up. We're going to let this dry for a second. Okay, cool. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my sticker book. And in here is a lovely sticker that fits into planners. Oh, the glitter paste, like I said in the beginning, the glitter paste is by Martha Stewart. It's in the glitter section. You can find it along with all of her other stuff. I think it's right under where most of her items are in whatever store it is that you go to. Oh, I think you showed it. So again, we're going to add, oops, sorry, out of view. Apologies. We're going to add some more.
Hey Liz, it sounds like your audio maybe got a little funky on your phone. Would you be able to mute the phone and switch to the audio on your laptop?
Yeah, sure. Hold on just a second, okay?
Yep.
Hello, guys. Oh. Hello? Reverb. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry.
Yep, I think you're good now. No reverb now.
Okay, we good?
Yep.
Awesome. Sorry about that. Okay. So we put the stickers on here, the Poppin' Dots. If you make a mistake, it's okay. It's just a sticker. They'll be fine. Alrighty. And now we're just going to put this Beer Feet Fierce Babe right on there. So now she has some glitter. Notice right here, it says Be Fierce on her arm. And that's also in a nice gold glitter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring out my lovely stamps again. Michaels has tons of stamps, as you guys know. And it's always great to check the seasonal sections because you never know what you can find. So we're just kind of got my A. Now we're going to spell force. Are you guys enjoying it so far? Yes, I do use baby wipes to clean off my stamps. I use baby wipes to clean off my stencils, to clean my area, to clean off my mat. Baby wipes are so awesome. They're not just for babies, let me tell you.
Hey Liz, it's Rebecca.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
We had a question in the chat. How do you store all of your supplies, all of your card making and crafty supplies?
Well, I have a couple of those Lexington carts. The Lexington carts that Michael sells, and they sell lots of containers that go with them. I also, you know, those 14 by 14 boxes that we have. I use those, and when they go on sale for $2.99, I snag them up, let me tell you. Because I don't have a lot of space. I'm a crafter, not so much on a budget, but a crafter with no room. So I'm just, I craft where I can. I craft in the living room. I craft in the kitchen, or not the kitchen. That would be funny. In the dining room. I craft all over. Oh yeah, my laptop was in the shop, so my bestie let me use her laptop. So now what I'm doing is I'm just using a micron, and I'm going along my stamp just to give it a little extra oomph. And I believe there was a stamp set that looked like this at one point. So be a force. This is a great one for like a birthday card, an encouragement card. Oh no, I did it upside down. Okay. Well, always look at your paper before you start doing it. Instead of it's going to be a card that goes this way instead of a card that goes this way. So hey, we're live. Let's do it. Alrighty. Oh, you craft on the pool table. I love that. Free range crafter. Yes, Bernadette, that is me. Okay, so now if you guys followed me on Instagram, I did say that I was going to do something fun with some acetate. This is acetate that they use to make masks. I believe it's in the mask making section of your local Michaels. I just think it's cool. So I wanted to make a clear card out of it. So let me find it. It's over here somewhere. I just had it out. Aha. Okay, let's move all these. Oh, let's move all of this over. I wouldn't worry about lining up everything perfectly. Her lettering on the word force is 100%. Yeah, it looks so cool. I love an organic craft. Let me tell you, I'm really into crocheting and knitting and sewing, hand sewing. I love hand sewing. A good hand sewn shirt will get you a long way, let me tell you. So we're going to measure at 4 1/4, and this is just a Fiskars trimmer, no fancy blade, no fancy nothing, and I just cut it. And then I'm also going to make sure that I find my little, you see how it kind of looks different? That's the film that I'm going to peel off. I want to make sure that I keep that side so it's easy for me to peel off. I'm going to go to 11 inches. I'm going to take this film. And it's so satisfying. Get it. There we go. Ta-da. Okay. And now all I'm going to do is line up my edges. Fold. And boom. Now I have my card base. I'm going to set this to the side. Again, using Farmhouse. We're just going to cut out just a piece of paper. So we got 4. This about fine. There we go. So this is at 4 inches and 5 inches. And then I have a piece of craft cardstock, which is going to be at 4 and 1/8 inch, which it already is, and 5 and 1/4. It's going to line up like that. Okay. So we're going to put our paper trimmer down for a moment. Now we're going to use that tape runner, get everything going. Okay, cool. Alrighty, now we're going to be using my favorite so far, which are these stickers. And we're going to find women supporting women first. And we're going to make like a little quilt of stickers. Make sense? So we're going to do women supporting women right there. Stand for equality right up here. We're going to find the enamel stickers because I wanted some shininess in this bad boy. And enough is enough. It's going to go right here. And then this one says, I am brave, I will fight, I am fearless, I have a voice, I will not be silenced. If you can't tell, Wire and Honey, they're very empowering with the words that they say. They believe in equality. They're a really, really good company. I don't know if this is the first time they've made like these kind of stickers or not, but they make lots of cool t-shirts and mugs and all kinds of cool stuff. And then Stand for Love is going to go up here. And then I believe I had one more, which said, I am fearless. Let's see, will you guys take a look through here? Okay, cool. I am fearless. I'm just going to go right here. I did have a little overlay of a sticker. No problem. You can always flip it over and trim. And there you go. There's a nice little piece. And of course, just use your regular tape runner. Put it on your card. It wasn't on straight enough for me. So we're going to peel it off and we're going to redo it. What kind of tape dispenser am I using? I am using, it actually just ran out on me. I am using the Sticky Thumb by American Crafts. It used to be Basil, like maybe 3 years ago, and then American Crafts bought them. So yeah, it's a really, really great tape runner. Everything else that I have used today, you can buy at Michael's, from the dots to the scissors, tags, stickers. I mean, even this twine you can buy in the baking section. So yeah. Oh, even the Micron. The Micron, of course, is from Michael's too. So yeah, I know that was supposed to be an hour and I kind of breezed through it. Oh, one more thing. I forgot on this card. Let's go back. Now that this card is a little dry. I know, I'm just a mess, aren't I? We're going to take some twine. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take this tassel. How fun is this tassel? This is from the jewelry section. No, you can replace, my trimmer is a Fiskars trimmer. You can replace the blades. Easy peasy lemon squeezy on it. No worries. I'm just going to lift this up a little bit. As you can tell, I make mistakes a lot and I know how to fix them. I'm just going to tie this in the corner, put you right there. sorry. What do I do with all these cards and tags? Well, I send them to friends actually. Friends for birthdays, just say hello. I'm really big into stationery. I love stationery. I actually just bought a whole big card set that I don't need, but I really, really liked because it was celestial. So yeah. And then this just has a little dangly with some twine. I'm really into like note taking and just, oh man, planning is a big one. I love planning. So yeah, I take my cards and my tags and I send them to people. I put them on presents. You can even, like these cool ones, you can print out little pictures on the back and like just tie them all together. Like this is one I used with the acetate, and then I did the whole with the a stencil, which was a Diane Ravelry stencil, and then I just circled the circles with my micron. And this right here is, I believe, Broken China by Distress Oxides. Again, these letters, you can find them at Michael's. I love these letters. Every time my store gets them in, I go and I buy the 3 set. I'm sorry, if you live in Dickinson, I buy all the letters. But they're my favorite letters to use for scrapbooking because they have a subtle grayness to them, like a little foreshadowing on them. So they're really cool. Yes, you can find a recording of this in 24 to 48 hours. I kind of breezed through a lot of it. We had a lot of fun. Mostly me just, you know, getting messy and being awkward. It's all good. So yeah. The clear stuff on the tag is just, it's acetate. Like this is a piece of acetate. Hold on. Here we go. This is what it looks like when you go to the store. It's 12 by 12. It says clear acetate sheets. A lot of people use this for mask making, for the, you know, the front mask so you can see when you're talking, which I think is really cool. But I mean, I like crafting with it. It works really well in die cut machines. I haven't tried it with my Cricut yet, but with the Spellbinder, like the handheld Cricut machine, it works really, really well. Alrighty, guys. Enjoyed your class. Loved free range crafting too. Yes. Thank you, Morgan. Yes, you go to michaels.com and it's going to be in the classroom, is what they said. And it should be ready in 24 to 48 hours. Thank you so much. Yeah, I agree with that. Glitter is super bad for the environment. I like this glitter paste though, because it doesn't, there's not a lot of residual everywhere. It's just kind of on your hands. It's a glitter and glue paste together. So it just kind of, you know, just goes on there and stays on there. And then you don't have a lot of it everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's really fine. It's a fine, fine glitter. So yeah. Do you craft with embossing powder? If so, how do you recommend we clean stencil after using adhesive? You might want to get one of those stronger adhesives, or not stronger adhesives, stronger cleaners. I know at Michael's they sell in the arts, like the fine arts area, there's a soap and a spritz. And it's for cleaning ink and stamps. I bet that would work really well. And I think it's only like $7. And then of course, coupon. So yeah, there's that. Unfortunately, you can't buy the sticky thumb at Michael's. Like I said in the beginning, that was the only thing that I didn't use that was from Michael's. That is just my all-time favorite adhesive. I've used tons and tons and tons. So that's just the one that I really enjoy. Here, this is my ink. This is the ink I use, archival ink. It is acid-free, permanent, and waterproof. And when I says this stuff dries fast, this stuff dries fast. It's almost like a StazOn, but it dries a little faster. Stays on kind of, you can print on everything with stays on, but you know, it takes time to dry. This stuff dries so fast. I live by this. And let me tell you, I got some of this about 5 years ago and I stamp all the time. One of these lasted me almost 5 years. This is the first one I've had to buy since I discovered it. And this is just jet black. It's by Ranger. You can get it pretty much everywhere. Yeah. Is that you, Star? But yeah, Michael's has tons of tape dispensers. I used to use the Elmer's tape dispenser before I got addicted to the sticky thumb. The Elmer's is really economical. It's easy to find. They have permanent, they have removable. It's a great, great, great product. That's what I used to use before I found the sticky thumb. Oh man, let's see. The acetate was about $6. The paper pad you can find as low as $5. Cardstock is usually 3 for $99, and I use 3 different types. So you're looking to get everything that I use. This right here is on sale right now for like $2. So yeah, per project is only like less than a couple of dollars, because when you get like cardstock, you get so much of it. You know what I mean? And then this, I use this all the time, and look, there's like still so much left in it. So yeah, it's not too bad on the price budget. As you see how much twine you get, and it's like $3.97. The stickers are all $5.99, I believe. But I think there was a sale last week where you could get them half off. So yeah, always look for those sales. Those sales will really save you a ton. I know I got most of my items for lowest price of the season, which the paper pad was $5, because everything was like $4.97 for hot buy items. So yeah, it was really great. It was a good deal. My stencil process, yeah. Let me find a little. So this is a stencil. It's already kind of sticky on the back, which I love those kind of stencils. Actually, let me put this here. I wasn't cleaning as I was going, so this is going to take a little bit later on, but it comes off, no worries. I used my dabber as well as distress ink, and I used it in mustard seed, and I just kind of swirled it around. I like to go in 3s, even if I think I'm going to cover it up. I mean, at least you know it's there, because you know the rule of thumb is that triangle when you do art, and visually it's just pleasing. And then also what I did was I took some of this glitter paste just with my thumb or my finger, and I just smushed it on there in my 3. So yeah. And you can make it as thick and as thin as you want it. And then you can also, of course, once it dries, a fun thing to do is you just kind of just go over it with your pen, and it really makes it pop. So yeah. That's another thing I like to do. How do stamp letters stick to that clear stamp pad? Oh, these are just clear stamps. They are, they're polymer, I believe is the word for them. And they're just sticky. You just use a baby wipe, clean off the back, and it sticks to this acrylic block. See, it's all there. Why do you use your finger for glitter glue? Any specific reason? Like I said, it's just what I do. I mean, it's kind of like finger painting to me. I like to get messy. I like to get in there. My kids are really into slime, so I like making slime with them and feeling it. And it's easier for me to use a finger than to go find another one of these, change it out. I mean, if you're a particular crafter, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, this right here, all it is just tulle that I folded over, and then I just stapled it in. So yeah, no, easy peasy. I don't really clean my dabber sponges because each one is assigned a color. Let me see. Like I put a piece of double stick tape on my big ones, and then I keep the dabber there. So that dabber has that color. To me, that just makes more sense than having to go and clean them because they are a little thin and I'm scared, you know, like I like buying stuff once, maybe twice. I don't like buying it 20 times. Oh yeah, definitely always clean your stamps. Clean them at least once a week if you don't clean them after every use. Like I'll be cleaning them after use. Yes, the cardstock can handle watercolors. I watercolor all the time. I use watercolor paper, which you can find really cheap at Michael's. And like, you know, I use the $5.99 pad. You could also use this cardstock, just the regular white cardstock you can use. And it doesn't pick up as many of the layers of the watercolor as I would like for it to do. But yeah, as long as you're not going over it 1,000 times with the water, then the paper doesn't shred. So yeah, totally go for it. And then after it dries, the sticker will go right on it. So yeah, if you wanted to use a stencil and watercolor, you can totally do that. Is it okay to almost have all the things? It's okay to almost have all the things. You can have all the things all you want. I can't remember who I learned. I think I got this from a lady at a crop. There's a scrapbook store local to me that me and Star go to all the time. She's my cropping buddy. And I think I saw someone do this and I was like, you know what, if I ever get into oxides or inks, I'm going to do that. And lo and behold, recently I really got into them. So yeah. All right, guys. So I hope you learned a lot. It should have been called free range crafting. I really, really enjoy that idea. Oh, hey, this should have been called free range crafting for sure, man. We sure did learn a lot. Like I said, the video will be available in 24 to 48 hours. I'm going to go and clean off my stamps and clean up my area. And I hope you guys have a really great day. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. And if you want to, you can follow my Instagram at _crafty_Liz, L-I-Z. And I have tons of crazy stuff on there too. Mostly awkward stuff, but mostly fun. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. Bye. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.